Jukebox here. So, first Madden 23 gameplay is out here. We've seen trailers. I've played the beta, so I kind of know how this plays. It's not going to be that different. I think I'm going to get rid of the face cam as we go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and turn up their volume a little bit. So, the first thing you're going to see here is the kickoff, obviously, and there is a lot of holes here. Now, as the year goes on and we get better backups, kickoff will not be this good. Like, look how long 44, I'm guessing a fullback, is holding, like, it looks like defensive lineman here. So, not the greatest overall. There is the mechanic they've brought back from, what, Madden, I want to say 19 is last year we had this, where you press the button. Now, the beta had fumbles in that, but they say they tuned them down, so that's a lot better. We'll try not to pause too much. So, formations, double Y off. Well, I don't know why these things. Slot, trips, tight end, flex, tight flex. Is this rank? Oh, no, he's probably in Buffalo, since he's playing as Buffalo. So, it looks like 3rd and 6 here. So they're playing, you know, downs that we're not seeing. Base aligned defense. Looks like 3-3-5 wide, as was the meta here this previous year. Not gonna lie, I don't know who's on offense. Does this say? I don't know.
I may have lurked a little bit.
Oh, so okay. TD is on the Chargers. So basically what we're seeing here is, you know, baseline defense looks to be back because you can kind of like fool your opponent into what you're running. The only downside of like a baseline really would be like, you know, outs, but then obviously if you have these guys in a cover 2, they can play an out or whatnot. But anyways, looks like baseline to a spread formation, baseline's not that big of a deal. It's more like when you go against trips and sort of like offset stuff. But here we go. 4 verticals. You will see the seams a little bit in this.
I may have lurked a little.
Do you see that block? Watch this block on the quarterback. Watch 97 get out all of his dreams.
I may have
Josh Allen got crushed. All right, so now we're down to 1st and 10 here. And it does look like the seams is what they're kind of hitting. So like if they played the game a lot, they know the weaknesses. And it looks like because, you know, people cover the sidelines so much in previous years, like the double flat stuff, seams look to be open, which was actually the case in 22. So make sure to have a lot of seam routes and stuff to kind of get, you know, get quick passes here.
Did you feel like it helped you in the red zone? Because last year scoring in the red zone was so tough.
Oh, essentially you're just looking for open field. Like right there, I pushed that probably, like I said, about a yard to the max into like the open zone. Because I feel like in the NFL, like those quarterbacks, it's so crowded in the red zone that you need like a little bit more control.
Where did 49 come from? Was this match coverage? Was this pressed match? That's some psycho stuff.
Scoring in the red zone was so.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't pressed.
Oh, essentially you're just looking for open field. Like right there.
Oh no! Cover 6. Wow. That's bad. Was this guy?
Essentially, you're just looking for open field, like right.
Huh. He may have, like, Clef may have over-adjusted here. I'm not going to, like, you know, top-end players are very big adjusters, so I'm not going to take anything from this.
There, I pushed that probably, like I said, about a yard to the max.
Yeah, I think he may have adjusted his match.
It's so crowded in the red zone that you need, like, a little bit more control, which what makes that such a cool feature.
Again, the seam was open, but he went to the wheel. Yeah, running back wheels are good again this year. You won't see any low points, though, since they've nerfed it, and they're using target passing, which you can't. Nice stiff arm.
So much stuff happened on this play. First of all, he led him inside.
It's a great route combo, one you saw a lot this past year. Flat, wheel, streak. So the user here has to respect this streak, and then you can throw the flat, the wheel route. Otherwise, the flat will out there if they decide to, like, man him up. So it's interesting to see that, you know, similar concepts, right? Football stuff.
It's probably, at best, it's a knockout. Maybe even an INT. But after leading him inside, that allowed him to make the catch. He was at low speed, so that sent him into the stand-up tackle, which The offensive player was able to win. You see the ring go green, and he's able to get like another 6 or 7 yards.
But just see one-on-one, me having better odds to break it because I got the bigger shot.
You know, this makes me think, I think stiff arm is going to be a pretty big deal in Madden 23 because, all right, getting to these tackle battles, the first one to spam A. So if you're spamming A when you get close to it, you'll already have the advantage to do this. So he spams A and gets in and wins the tackle here.
I think it's cool. I think it make it a lot more football, like more relatable to what you see on.
So I don't know if you saw that green, it went from yellow and it went to green because he spammed A so quick. But yeah, maybe dudes with big stiff arm, Derrick Henry types.
Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays.
Some laser.
A lot of seams again.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like with cover 3, I got way more room to place passes on like the street. Like anything else with theme, it's like I got more freedom to put it away from the safety, put it away from the corner. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what skill-based passing gives you the ability to do. We pass.
Is this guy a hook or a flat? I don't know what. It's tough to see because we can't see it, but like, I hope that's not a hook. That's all I gotta say. I hope that's not a hook right here. I think this guy's in a flat. I think they over-adjusted.
It's like I got more freedom to put it away from the safety, put it away from the corner.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's a hook. That definitely looks like more of a flat. It looks like he's trying to like double flat in the goal line area and then using the entire middle of the field. So two streaks counters to cover 3 with double flats.
And that's what skill-based passing gives you the ability to do. We pass led in Madden for years, but it would be times you would throw a pass and say, well, I felt like I put that, or I tried to lead him, but really it was no way for you to know exactly where you were placing the ball. So placement feels a lot like pass lead in previous years, but now you have visual feedback. You can see your reticle on the field and place the ball where you want to. And we have placement plus accuracy. Now, placement plus accuracy also, you still have the target area around the receiver. You can place the ball wherever you want with visual feedback. But with the accuracy setting also enabled, you have a small mark on your passing meter that provides a perfectly accurate bullet pass if you hit that while you're passing.
With all the skill-based passing with these 3.
Can we do that again?
Bullet pass if you hit that while you're passing.
With all the
provides a perfectly accurate bullet pass if you hit that while you're passing.
With all the skill-based passing with these 360.
So the only thing is like there'll be under pressure penalties that you won't do it. I saw that in the beta.
It seems like the theme this year offensively is just putting so much more control into the user's hands.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. That's the thing, like agency. We want to give players the control to play the game that they want to play it how they want to play it, and to reduce moments where you feel like, that's not what I wanted, or I didn't try to do that, or I didn't want to do that. We want to reduce those moments.
That's great.
The freeform stuff, like I find it's really like you're literally looking at leverages and like all that stuff a lot.
Just press,
more.
man.
Like, you kind of have to. Here, I almost want to try. I don't know. I can't.
How many routes you got out there? Lobbed it over the top.
Yeah. You can't play press man with a linebacker, huh?
Thank you, Spade.
Beautiful. That was dope.
With this zone coverage, I see in these coach adjustments when this zone coverage flipping from match to default. What is the difference in that?
Yeah, that's a great question. We decided to move match and make it a coach, adjustment. So users will have to explicitly say, I want my guys to play match. Now, obviously, once you turn that on, if you call a regular cover 3, they're still going to play it like a regular cover 3. But we've got plays in the playbook that says cover 3 match, or, it's different cover 4s, whether you're playing palms or whatever. So if you play match defense, the problem we were having was we had users that didn't completely understand what match was, and it was just confusing. Like, we got play art on the field that looks like a cover 3, and users are calling this, and they're trying to figure out why they got DBs running across the field. So high-level players still like to use match here and there in spots, and we give you that control. But now for players that don't understand it, they're not penalized by accidentally calling a match play and just wondering what's going on the field.
It's hilarious, dude. People that have no idea what they're doing make the devs have to do these things versus football concepts. But you know what? it's something so simple that it's probably a good idea that the devs did that anyways. It's not like it changes anything. I just hope they don't let match fall by the wayside, since it is a very important coverage. You know, Nick Saban like breads his butter with that stuff at Alabama. Now you see it quite a bit more around the league, in the NFL too.
Oh, hello. Oh, let's go. That was...
Let me look at that gap shoot again. That was kind of hot. Double team on Thick Boy.
Clef's starting to move the ball. Oh.
Oh yeah, he made the center lead up to him. Don't know if that was proper technique, truly. It probably should have let off, but like the AI saw him going to the A gap, so that's why the center got off. Then he just looped around.
Hello. Oh, let's go. That was Kenneth Murray.
That was great user defense.
Get a little run game established. You know, so slow this pass rush down a little bit, please.
Run game
is off the edge.
He got 0 yards.
And I'm just noticing a bunch of new animations. Like nothing is like.
Especially in those double team tackles, like it's not just like one animation and another animation colliding. It is actual like double team tackles and both players being involved.
Yes, no, definitely.
The real beauty of that system, Nick, is that they aren't motion captured 2-man tackles. Like they are actual 1-man tackles that another player gets to interact with. And this is something that FieldSense gave us. That
I won't be satisfied with the tackling system until I can get finishing moves, right? Give me a Night Train necktie, a Mortal Kombat decapitation. I don't care. A Hadouken, give me it all. Dude, this is a video game.
ability to do.
That was beautiful.
Great
that
pass
was
lead.
the best one of the day.
Yeah, I just read that.
But if you can show like where his reticle is in that ellipse, like he had it as far left as he could possibly get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talk about like over adjusty, putting this guy in a flat and letting him run deep. But it is 4th and 2, so maybe you thought he'd try for a 2-yard gain, and he was just looking over the middle. It does look like there's a lot of passing over the middle right here in this game. They're also only rushing 4, which is strange. And I don't know how much we'll see 4 rushing, but I mean he is getting pressure, right? The receivers run the 10 yards, and the defensive ends already chucked this guy to the ground and is going after the quarterback. It's crazy pressure this year. You guys will definitely see it.
And if he don't do that again, that's maybe a deflection, maybe an INT, but it's certainly not a catch.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful. Because I go to that guy, and as soon as he sees that, he throws it almost like a seam, like right to the middle of the field.
A lot of power this year.
That was.
Oof, oof, oof. Is this a cover 2? Actually, I don't hate this if this is a cover 2. I was thinking for some reason it was a cover 3 again. Wait, is this a cover 6?
A lot of power this year.
That was.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
That's why he's the best.
Yeah,
man.
it was a cover
He's the
6.
best.
Yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about is sometimes in 22 near the goal line, a lot of the players just freak out and don't do nothing. And it made it awful. But now 23, you should be the cover 6 like that.
I see this cover 2 invert right here, but it looked like cover 3.
Yeah, man. It's a new disguise play. It's a couple of those has been added to playbooks. High-level players like you, Clef, you guys know how to disguise your coverages. You come out, you move guys around, you do a lot of pre-snap adjustments. But noobs like me, we come out and we just run the play however it looks. So they give us plays like this year, where you see the one high safety, it looks like a cover 1 or a cover 3, and they drop right into a cover 2.
So the play before, Clef, you were the one like 2 ago. That was cover. It looked like cover 3. That was cover 2?
It was cover 2. It was cover 2 actually.
That's fire.
Crazy.
Curious though, you talk about some of these new plays, the new disguise plays added. Spade, does that mean defensive playbooks got bigger, or was there some stuff taken out?
It does look like crossers are still here, but they don't have time to let them go all the way across the field, so they gotta punch them in the middle. Like it's kind of it's really interesting. Like you'll see, I would imagine, because you see this during the beta. If you throw a cross across the field, the cover 3 corner, if they call it, is going to stick with it. So you can't really throw that this year, which is a huge thing, which has been like the biggest meta in Madden for years, is just throw crosses across the field and then profit.
In lieu of those disguise plays.
Yeah, we removed some stuff. I mean, we definitely have the data to see what plays are being ran, how much of the playbook is being used, and we just felt like we had these swollen playbooks with a lot of plays in it. Some of them were the same, like slightly different variations of the same play, and we just did some cleanup. We just went through and removed stuff that people weren't using a lot.
Yeah, I hate that they removed stuff and they didn't really add anything to replace it. I think that's just lazy. This was a super crazy. I want to see this
Some of them were
again.
the same, like slightly different.
So he lit up, but we don't see what kind of pass it was. He did have a superstar. Does he have cross-body Deadeye? Because I like trying this in the beta, I feel like this was a very tough throw, but Herbert is a unique quarterback in the NFL that he has like the arm strength to do this stuff. I'm not sure, like, dude, this is a really tough throw. IRL, damn near impossible. He goes from like the 47 to the 10-ish. That's tough. I'm not saying Herbert couldn't do it, but with that accuracy, he's got to have like a Deadeye there to do that.
Different variations of the same play, and we just did some cleanup. We just went through and removed stuff that people weren't using a lot. We added some new stuff. And we feel like it's going to be a little less intimidating when you look in the playbook. You don't want to see 1,000 plays, especially if you're new to the game of Madden. You're looking like, I don't know what to call.
Man, coverage is sticky.
We definitely added some new, removed some old.
Like, look at that. Dude, I think man's going to be pretty decent here as long as you don't have a linebacker in man coverage.
Playbook, you don't want to see 1,000 plays.
Like, this is the only one that got open. I guess you could throw quick here because he has to so far to travel. But like he's the only one that you can complete the pass to. Like this pass is gonna get knocked out. Like you won't see a low pass. Like in 22, if there was a low pass here, that would have been completed easy. But
new to the game of Madden, you're looking like I don't know what to call. So we definitely added some new, removed some
man looks
and kept
tough,
it balanced.
Yeah, that throw he just had was kind of crazy.
Thanks, Clef.
Had a crazy throw. No, we didn't. Oh my God!
That's so bad. By the way, being able to spec catch something like that who was that against?
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. That was against linebackers. Linebackers ain't jumping again this year. So yeah, man coverage against linebackers. Yeah, just chuck it up. That's the biggest concern in the pass game right now, or defending the pass game, is like you can just throw high points and linebackers ain't gonna do nothing against you.
Oh my God!
God, I clipped it.
Oh my God.
Should I go for this though? This is where it's tough. I don't know.
Is he motioning a slant here?
I'm going up against. I feel like
1.4 million subscribers want to see you go for this.
I think they do too.
They want to see.
I think they do. They want to see a dot. Oh, okay. Quick thinking.
No motion slants,
quick thinking. Oh yes! Oh.
That is one thing. Like, when you see this, that should really be a penalty.
Quick thinking.
Look, it's pass interference with the user against him, but they probably don't want to do that because that happens almost every single play, and they want to do that every play. But yeah, angle routes against man coverage are clear beaters, unless you just run into them with your user, and then you can cover both of them at once.
Oh. Yeah.
The one good thing is that you saw that avoidance animation of this guy. We'll run that back one more time and go in slow motion here.
Quick thinking.
The avoidance animation is something new, I believe, in 23. You didn't really see this in 22, but look how he runs into him and then he gets that dip around. So even though it does throw off the route, it gets rid of the completion illegally according to NFL rules. This bad NFL that doesn't allow you to absolutely murk wide receivers like the 1970s Steelers were. It's still pretty, yeah. It's still pretty bad. I don't know.
I
don't know how you solve that though.
Oh, thank you.
We'll get penalties every time.
I had to chuck him a little bit with my user. Running
That was,
a little bit. Yeah.
that was fun. Oh, that was a good half.
Yeah.
Fade, while we have a brief moment here, what's a feature that maybe we haven't seen yet? Maybe you're excited to hear people talk about something that's under the radar.
What's this? Isn't this wait? Is this the best center in the NFL? Or one of the top three? Let's watch it again.
We haven't seen yet. Maybe you're
Edmonds. Yeah, it's one-on-one with Edmonds. And is that Corey Linsley?
Excited to hear people talk about something that's
one of those old-fashioned look out blocks. Look out, Herbert.
I think I'm.
Oh, you guys now know why I said this was the toughest thing. This was the worst thing that was going to be in Madden 23 was offensive line awareness. Imagine being coded by an NFL offensive line and being like the lead guy and your offensive line AI sucks this bad. still, like, Madden 23 is gonna suck for this reason.
I'm gonna go with defensive evade moves. Like, this is the first time in Madden we've given users a tool to evade
They
blockers
showed
in
it
the
again.
open field and just try to get around a blocker. And I think it's gonna be that slept-on feature that users won't immediately start to interact with. They're gonna play against someone that's using it, and they're gonna be like, "Wait, what is he doing?" And it's gonna be that thing that catches on later. But just flicking right stick to the left or right, if you are a defensive player, allows you to sidestep and get around blockers. This is something that I expect later.
Oh my
toward the end
God.
of the cycle, you're gonna see a lot of users really enjoy.
With
Oh my
drip-
God. That looks so crazy powerful. If you completely freak out the O-line AI just by hitting right or left stick, or sorry, right or left on your right stick. Oh no.
Logic. The deep zone on the right, if nothing, it will play the crosser rather than just going super far back.
You won't just run to a spot and sit in that spot and do nothing. He's
Yo,
gonna go
okay.
to his spot and he's gonna drift with the receiver.
Okay, Clef, try
You
and
wanna
play
try it?
like yeah, play
Play
like
cover three.
Cover three. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for Guyton here. Do you have hard flats out there?
Yeah, I got hard.
Yeah.
shot.
Okay. Okay. If this, yeah. Okay. Let's watch. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ran
he
with
played
it.
that. He ran with it.
So you can see
Would've
that,
been a
that
close
outside
throw.
third guy take off with the first crosser, and then the deep middle, he started to pick up that second receiver that was coming over, and that's new because
Oof. I don't know, man. That might have been one playable. I like the way it plays, but this one, and then if he plays him, what's this moron doing? We might find some exploits here. Like, they try to show off how cool this zone is, but I think the devs forgot the rest of it. I mean, I don't know. This is not a completable pass in Madden. Even though he's here, this guy will get back to it. So this isn't great, but I don't know. This one right here, it might be completable depending on his reaction
those
time.
guys just dropped to a spot and stood there.
But although I will say, deep thirds
Spade,
are insane reactions now that I think about it.
We've heard a lot
Look at the
in the
scum
lead up
kick
to Madden
attempt.
23 about hit everything and these stand-up tackles. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from them and what it's going to add to the user experience.
Every time you see two players in a stand-up tackle, it's like a one-off situation. You never know how it's gonna resolve. It's also not one size fit all, so you're gonna see bigger, stronger players able to get out of that a lot faster than smaller players. I think it's really the type of play that can change the game. You can see a ball carrier get in the stand-up tackle and fumble the ball. Their fumble chance is a bit higher when they're in stand-up tackles. This is a mechanic and a feature I would keep an eye on going forward.
I'm saying you got to be real methodical with your reads. You got to be really, really quick. There's not enough time to. It don't seem like you could just run around and buy time no more.
You definitely can.
Jeez, that's so
obviously,
quick.
if you got some guys with a special skill set, you could be a tad bit more successful.
That is the best part of the new passing mechanic. Okay, so in this
It don't seem like you
situation,
just run-
all right, like I said, man coverage is insane. There's not a single guy open here on the field. All they have to do is cover this shallow
around
crosser
and
because,
bot-
like, even this, I guess this guy kind of got open. To be fair, there might be two guys in the crossers open, but verticals. Look at how quickly the pass rush wins. Like, just with a superstar ability, you're crazy. You're psycho. Bosa's wild. So what he does in this situation, if he hit right stick, it'd be a intentional grounding, and he'd lose, 10 yards on the player. Okay, but instead, what you do is you click the button, and then you just pass lead it out of bounds.
Time no more.
You definitely can't. Obviously, if you
And then it's not a big deal. You just got to know what you're doing and what you're looking at. So, yeah, that's a benefit of the new passing system that you didn't have it on the old one. Even if you let it left, it'd probably still stay in bounds, a potential pick there on the old system.
got some guys with a special skill set, you could be a tad bit more successful than others. But we know last year it felt like everybody was a scrambling passer, and we heard the community loud and clear. People were pretty frustrated with scrambling quarterbacks. They were frustrated with escape artists, which is now an X factor ability and not a superstar ability. So yeah, changes have been made, man.
Not the greatest read.
Another interesting thing, we're talking about X factors and escape artists being moved to that. I mean, Clef, you know better than anybody. That's going to be huge for the MUT community, having that be an X factor instead of falling into one of those superstar.
Jesus, this pass rush is insane. 4 against 6. Watch what 77
Huge
does.
for the
Maybe he double teamed him. Maybe that's why 77 didn't kick out. We don't see the play adjustments here, so we have no clue.
community having
But look at
that be an
Bosa.
X factor.
The running back kind of shuts him down. Bosa tried a spin move. IRL, Bosa just run through him. A full head of steam. Unless it's like Clinton Portis. Remember that famous Clinton Portis block? And then Josh Allen didn't trust his running back for good reason. And he scrambled right into a sack.
Instead of falling into one of those superstar ability slots, it's going to change how teams are built going into the MCS season.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you're gonna have to change your offensive alignment. Now you might use O-line abilities. You know, you might spend more on your O-line. Escape artist is gonna open up a lot of. It's definitely gonna open up a lot of AP space elsewhere to spin because it took up a lot in Madden 22. Like,
you have no time for decisions. With how slowly receivers get off the ball and stuff, this is gonna be such a difficult year to pass.
AP space.
Like all he had RB. I think he was looking over here because he thought he saw like maybe a zone that he could throw like a seam to, but then cover 6 took his life away. Usered this guy right here. This guy got picked up by that guy, and he didn't have enough time to make another read here. How quick does this get home?
Escape artist is gonna open up a lot of.
It's too bad it's thrown away and not a
It's definitely
sack.
gonna open up a lot of
Watch
AP
this.
space elsewhere to spin because it took up a
Like
lot.
there's
in Madden
just
22.
nothing. Like what's this ability? Does he have edge threat? Oh my gosh. You better have secure protector on your tackles. I'll tell you that going into Madden 23.
Like you had to, if you wanted to escape, you had to spend a lot to get it. As far as AP. So
It's
definitely gonna
like, dog,
change
these defensive ends, it's kind of like at the beginning of high school games where you run through a big old piece of paper. That's what Bosa's doing right
the
here.
landscape of how teams are built and how guys.
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
tackle chems
they're
are
elite.
almost a must going into 23
It's hard
at
to get
launch.
outside the pocket. Like it's all like you're gonna really have to learn like football concepts, slant. Like you're gonna have to throw a lot of quick stuff if you're gonna be successful in this.
Look at this. That's insane. This defensive end's not having nearly as much success, but like this is like as quick as a blitz would get home traditionally. And then you got 7 in coverage.
And like stuff like that too. Seems.
Gee.
Seems look really
And,
good.
and that was led.
Like this might be the year of the seams. I'm not gonna lie. The way these seams are looking,
Be.
if you can learn to use that skill-based passing, you're gonna be able to attack the seams much more easily.
Absolutely.
God. Out routes don't beat man coverage. That was Diggs. Are you kidding me? This
Oh, that's Kenneth Murray.
Murray? Was it? This was straight man, right? Was that does Diggs have route tech?
Passing, you're gonna be able to
Are you
attack
kidding
the
me?
seams
Outs
much
don't
more
beat
easily.
man coverage.
Absolutely.
Dude, it's like he knew he was going outside. Maybe he shaded outside. I don't know. Maybe he did. It makes sense that it'd be a shade outside with how he was playing him in technique-wise. Oh my gosh. Diggs, one of the greatest route runners in the NFL. Just got his lunch taken.
Oh, that's Kenneth Murray.
Kenneth Murray.
Yeah, I see you. I like that.
It's looking like a man coverage here. I wonder what the gray means. Why are these guys gray?
Let's try the Anderson.
Are they
See if I can run on.
fatigued?
Man looks a little. It looks good.
Man looks really good.
Clef, I think it's safe to say defense in general looks good, man. Like
Defense
defense,
look good.
is up.
Yeah, defense looks amazing. Like,
I mean, let's be honest, Clef. If this was, oh no,
not Eckler.
Eckler just, I mean, was lighting up and everything.
This Jukebox, like I mentioned this during the beta feedback, Jukebox was really good. Spin cycles pretty good too. Jukes without the Jukebox were trash. Spins without the spin box or whatever you call it, spin cycle, trash too. What like
Amazing.
what?
I mean, let's be
What?
honest, Clef. If this was,
You can argue Hyde was a bad user.
Defense look
Defense
good.
is up.
Yeah, defense looks amazing. Like,
I mean, let's be honest, Clef. If this was, oh,
What? Dude, the guy stopped. I think Jukebox might be Jukebox and tackle chems. Like if you can run, all right. So there's 2 guys here, and obviously he dives, which isn't as powerful as it was last year, and so that's just an adjustment. I think Milano diving from that distance, that's a 22 thing, and It's hard to change that muscle memory this quick, so you can't really fault the guy. But man, not getting tackled by 40 there, him juking out of it. It's interesting. And then the double juke, yeah, that's definitely something. That's okay. I don't mind that against Hyde. Eckler's not really losing a lot of fatigue here with these jukes either, is he? Like 1/10 of the fatigue with the jukebox. Poyer. Did they just take the user into an animation? Oh, gosh. That's what made 18 bad, is users getting put into animations by abilities. They got, if users get put into a bit, like, I don't know. This is a close call because he clicks onto it. Yeah, it looks like he's already clicked onto it by the time the animation gets put into it. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's awful. That's got to go. Absolutely got to go.
Oh, no.
Not Eckler.
Eckler just, I mean, was lighting up and everything. That's 92 yards. That is a 92-yard touchdown, and TD Barrett just put you on his YouTube channel.
Hey, I used the L2 thing at the end there. I hit him with that speed cut.
I have nightmares about Austin Eckler, man.
Thank you.
He got the new mechanics, downloading them to his database, and he is out here, man.
One thing I'm noticing just watching this, and as somebody who called a lot of Madden last year, and I don't know if this was intentional. Stripped. That's a new strip animation.
Oh, God. It's getting worse.
Last year, and I don't know if this was intentional.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, I will say juking into a tackle, it's really cool that he got punished. You should get punished for trying to do that in traffic. The only thing I see here that could potentially be a problem is what I mentioned in the beta feedback. So he got put into a tackle battle and then immediately stripped. This happened to me during the beta a few times. It is so frustrating. You're basically locked into that animation, but I'm okay because he tried to juke that. I think that was fine. He tried to juke when he was surrounded by defenders.
That's a new strip animation.
There it is, peanut punch.
Oh my goodness.
That's new.
I like that. I like that a lot. Herbert's got that high ball ability.
He does.
He really does. Throw those elite high passes. Back. Oh my
God.
Wow.
I like that.
Okay.
You threw that right at the pylon. That was just a pylon throw.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Kind of tried to back, sort of back, and it. No.
Does 24 play football?
Kind of works perfectly.
Yeah, beautiful.
Now, this is gonna become meta. This is what Madden 15 and before was. Because you just throw it and then you stop on a dime as a receiver and the DB can't.
It almost turned it into like a baby comeback. Like it just sort of
learn this right now, and you will piss the
That was like a long hand
fuck out of people.
Yeah.
That was a crazy throw.
Because the DB was like running with them and it was throwing.
Especially with the precision passing. If you pass lead this back, the DB can't get to it. Oh, that's. Dude,
I like that.
Defense is gonna be rough.
You hear TD talking about throwing it up to his big target.
Maybe that's the counter to man coverage
There's
here.
going to be times this year that the right thing to do is going to be to play the SWAT instead of going for the pick. I'm guilty in the past of always going for the pick.
Pick it up.
Don't kick the ball deep.
Special teams matter. Get out, McKenzie.
Special teams.
Does he have enough gas though?
Yeah, he's out of there.
Woo.
Special teams.
Do I have a?
Oh yeah, Trey White over there. No, don't throw over there.
I'm not worried about Trey White.
Don't throw the bite.
I'm not worried about it.
Trey White is over there. Yeah, he not even getting. Oh yeah.
Oh goodness.
In routes work.
Form pass right there.
Against man. Yeah, man coverage and two superstar defensive ends.
Keenan Allen.
Good quarterbacks. They make average receivers look like good receivers.
That's Keenan Allen though. That guy's not an
That
average
is
receiver.
Keenan
Oh,
Allen.
damn.
Keenan's really good.
Okay, let's see.
Every AFC West team is watching this being like, I don't want to play this team.
I don't care about Trey White. No, I do.
I lied. We do.
Yeah,
Trey White.
I do care about Trey. He definitely boxed him.
In my head, I was gonna throw it, but then I was like, nah, it's gonna be an instant.
Please throw it. I'm gonna try to pick it and return it.
Yeah, no, I think that you definitely would have. No, I care about Trey White. I do, and that's it. I got a little overconfident with Mike Williams.
Before we get out of here, guys, I gotta get your final thoughts. TD, what did you feel was the biggest difference or biggest change you noticed from Madden 22 to Madden 23?
Free form passing, first of all, like just being at like zone coverages, lack of, you're gonna have to get better, and not like, if you watch this entire thing with me, there might have been once where we actually got clean out of the pocket, and it was because Clef like actually made like a really nice play and got out, but there was a lot of pocket passing in the game, a lot of just like, get the ball, you're looking to throw it to your running back or like on a seam. The running game, I like the running game, I like the kind of new, the new jump cut. And yeah, pass everything. Like I really liked it. That was good.
Yeah, Clef, this feels like from what TD's saying, this is a totally different game from Madden 22 to Madden 23.
Yeah, it's not even the same. There's nothing you could take from 22 and like bring it into 23 and be like, hey, this gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's way different from the movement. You know, it's way more user control. Pretty much everything is almost user oriented. If you wanted to be, the ball is really in your court. Like you have so much control with when it comes to the passing, the running, how you can just stop on a dime. No more spinning, trying to spin to get upfield. You can just hit that L2 or LT button and get upfield yourself. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but after watching this, I'm ready to get my hands on this game and get into the lab. A reminder, worldwide release of Madden 23 is August 19th. Get your...
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, still some pain points being the offensive line. That Jukebox looks crazy. Yeah, that's kind of the first gameplay reveal. Please subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later.